Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Welcome. Willkommen. Bienvenue. Welcome. Welcome, Julie. Podcast about Big Brother, we think, in a little bit.
Soon, less than a month away until real Big Brother begins. Real, tangible, episode-driven Big Brother.
Well, yeah, we'll be very episode driven in that we will, not really watch the live feeds that much. We'll have like 2 weekends where things are beautiful.
I'm going to be so watching. I re-upped
Yeah.
my Paramount Plus. I made sure my VPN works. I'll be watching.
Okay. Hi, welcome to the podcast about Big Brother that we do here on the internet. Not much going on, shall we say?
No.
Nothing really going on, but we have concepts for you. We have hot ideas for you today.
I do want to say, I think I just want to be on the record as right now, June 21st, 2024, pop culture is dead. There is just nothing going on. I mean, it's like Justin Timberlake got arrested and that's it. That is it. Inside Out is a hit. Inside Out 2 rather is a hit. That's it. That's all anyone has to talk about. No, I didn't.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Did you?
No, I don't have a child.
Do you know what I watch? I rewatch the same shit every year. I'm like, I can't even talk about this on the podcast.
Dr. House?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but also Die Hard with a Vengeance. We rewatch.
Pretty good.
So I'm like, I'm confident we've already discussed it on the podcast.
That's actually
so I'm just like, I'm an old woman who watches my little movies every year, who like I need something new in the culture. I need something new.
We'll get to this later, but it is pretty damning for the culture right now that there is Tony's discourse happening.
It's amazing. I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I guess we should do Big Brother first, because that's what
we'll do Big
really
Brother first. So we're gonna do. We're calling it 6 archetypes that we want to see on Big Brother. Maybe it's 7 or 8.
Yeah,
actually, but we'll see. We'll see what the actual number is going to be at the end. So nothing to talk about, no cast, no anything. So no. I think we've done a version of this in previous off seasons, but like types of people we want to see on Big Brother that we feel like we haven't seen before. Then there's some movie stuff. There's a movie that I saw, and we have to talk about the Tony's discourse, of course. So we'll save that for the real Julie heads at the end of the pod.
Exactly. Should I kick it off with?
I think so.
Okay, with someone who I would like to see on Big Brother. So, as everyone knows, Big Brother tends to cast like huge, goofy, over-the-top characters, and then usually some more grounded people, more down-to-earth normies. So, I have a character type that I would like to see on Big Brother, who I think actually straddles both. Maybe veers more towards grounded, but like, I would love to see a boy on Big Brother. And a boy mom is a mother of boys.
I'm doing math right now. So is this a boy? Is this a boy or a mom?
It's a mother of multiple boys. She has to have at least 2 sons, preferably like 4 or 5 sons. Yeah. And so it's like she's a woman, but she's surrounded by male energy her entire life. She's given birth to 5, preferably 5 sons. They don't have to be adult males. They could still be like, they have to be old enough, obviously, for her to come on the show. And she just has to be a boy mom. And I'm remembering that in the original Dick and Danielle season, there was a character named Kale, and she was very boy mom energy. She would like the first little bit in the house, she tried to make an alliance with all the young strapping guys. And like, that's the energy I need. I need like a hot 40-something jock woman who has sons in the house and who like does not like the bikini babes of the house.
Kale Harbrick, 37. Yes.
I think there's so much ripe about a boy mom that is like subtle enough, but will cause intense discourse and strife in the Big Brother community.
I don't remember. I don't remember much about this season.
Well, no, but the thing about boy moms is like they love their sons and they like kind of want to marry their sons.
And she's gonna say as a mother of boys.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this place is dirty. I can handle it because you should see what my house looks like.
Yes.
Or
I need this.
I can't handle it. I left this
Yes.
so I didn't have to have crusty socks all over the place.
And like maybe she surprises us by being like, actually, I hate my sons. I wish I had a daughter. But most likely and that would be great TV too. And she bonds, say, with one of the young ladies on the show over the fact that she wishes that young lady was her daughter. I don't know. That'd be a great storyline. Or it'd be hilarious if she's just an old hater. Like, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. Or just like, what if there's like a 19, 20-year-old guy who's like maybe a little bit older than her oldest, but like isn't, but is like very close to him and maybe something steamy or
Kindles. Well, that does bring me to my second, but let's go to yours first.
All right. My first, we have nerds. There's always a nerd, right?
Yes.
Ian, Steve. We've never had a full-on milady nerd.
Wasn't Scotty kind of a milady nerd? Like Scotty with Haley? Scotty with Haley?
Scotty, yeah. I want a full-on milady type nerd. I want someone who is a fucking disgusting asshole. I want someone who doesn't make eye contact with people. I want someone who doesn't say anything and then just doesn't shut up and phrases things in weird ways where people are confused and they're like, what? Like he's just from a different universe. I don't want like a cuddly Steve Urkel sort of thing. Like they have nerves that they have they have nerds that like fit in an easily digestible box, right? Like we know what Steve Moses is. He's wearing glasses. He likes his mom, boy. And I want someone who like rage quits playing Warhammer at the local mall and like flips the table and stuff.
And it's like, what the hell?
Yeah, but fair. It's like he's like, I'm a nice guy, but he's like also like really mean.
Yeah. I agree. Let's just say this as a blanket statement. We need assholes this season.
Oh my gosh.
Need them. We do not want a cast full of people who are like, I'm doing this to bring light to my community. Like,
shut up about your community.
Yeah, no. We don't want you to build a community. We don't want you to have a community. Preferably, you're just a jackal from the woods. That's who we want to be cast in this season of Big Brother because we want the drama. We don't want someone who's actually evil, like whatever his name was, who got kicked off last season for being evil.
Not Cameron.
What was his name? Yeah, I don't even remember his name.
The Winklevoss. The Winklevoss.
Yeah, Winklevoss. We don't want him. We don't want him, but we want people who have degrees of evil, like a boy mom, like a milady guy. We don't want a true incel. We just want someone who is that type.
Yeah.
Okay, so sort of good segue into my next one. I want a 22-year-old hustle grind set bro who gives inspirational speeches on like why you should be a millionaire by 22 and you have no excuses not to be.
Who amortizes out the amount of days he's spent in the house and he's like, actually, I'm like this is actually grinding and I'm making because I know I'm gonna win, I'm actually making $10,000 a day by being here, and actually you're losers for not
100. Like he needs to be 22, but yet have all the answers in life. He has to give speeches about like and the boy mom will love him. She will love him.
Oh yeah.
She will protect him. They will be an alliance, even though he will not respect her. But like he has to just be. I need a 22-year-old who has all the answers because he does drop shipping. You know, like he's got his life figured out.
I feel like this is very, very attainable for us.
I agree.
In terms of an actual person who would be on Big Brother.
Again, an asshole, like a villainous asshole, but who is like he's just young and stupid, but like such a fun character that we could all come together in our enjoyment of. And like this type, because he's young, he could also be in like a showmance with someone. He's like a obvious first boot who we all enjoy for the first week or so and then get him out of there. Like I just need to see this type, and I need him to give a lot of speeches and like try essentially to have the editing of a TikTok video in giving his speeches, even though he's on live streaming.
That's a great one.
Thank you so much.
I have no notes. I just feel like that's like we maybe have had some people approaching that before, but I feel like
there have definitely been like
for us.
rushing up against this, but I need this exact, like I need someone who is like, I own 3 Lamborghinis at 22 and I hit the gym. What's your excuse? You know?
Yeah. Every day that you're not waking up at 4 a.m. is a day that you're losing to someone else.
Yeah, exactly. And he has to like follow all of those like grind set bros on Instagram. Like he has to be spouting that nonsense all the time. And I need to see him in a cast of like 40 something like construction workers or whatever, like 40, like people who live in the real world, like a 50 something paralegal or whatever. Like just some, I need to see it. I need to see this person in the house with people vastly different than him.
My second one is kind of the opposite. I want to see the type of person that you find at a casino at 4 a.m. on a weekday. I want to see like
a retiree.
I want to see someone who's like burnt it all, who like they've lost everything. They are a husk. They smoke or they smell like they sound like they smoke a lot. And they're just a true degenerate.
Yeah.
And also someone who like they have a hope about them, but it's also very sad. And at the same time, they're the part of the hope is like they always believe the next great thing is like about to happen. They're like, okay, all of the losing I've done is actually for this because I'm about to win the jackpot here. So what would be a better person to root for than like this like old dying person who can't win shit but continues to progress in the game
so how old are
people
you
don't want to vote them out. 60s.
Okay. So it's not like a sad sack 40 something. It's like, no, they've truly been dealt every card and lost.
Yeah, all. I mean, I'd be fine either way, but they're like, I think I'm actually gonna win. I think I'm actually gonna win, and you know they're not. And like,
I'm picturing William H. Macy in this role.
Oh, Bill Macy, yeah, for sure.
I love it. I would love to see this. I think we have like, I wish we could just start our casting agency and start casting for Big Brother immediately because these are such good ideas.
We could. I mean, we've never casted anything, but I'm sure we're like,
I'm sure we'll charge.
CBS, Mr. CBS. We will undercut whoever is doing the casting for you. Like how much it costs to pay them. We'll take less. There's just 2 of us.
Yeah. And we're going to do it so easily. I'm just going to send a bunch of DMs and I'm going to have the cast by tomorrow. They'll be ready. Signed on the dotted line. Okay. My next one, this we do pretty much get. We get it often, but I think it's important. There's an important distinction for me. I want an Italian ball buster, but they have to be 50 plus. It can be any gender. It can be a woman or a man, but they have got to be 50 plus. And they have to be Italian American, and they have to bust balls. Like they cannot go.
I think I would prefer a motherly, a matronly type here.
I think that'd be great too, because we do get like, I think we see this more often with guys.
We usually get the like Northeast cop who's like maybe he's not Italian, but he's like he's got that attitude. Like
I want to see
he's
like
Glenn from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Yeah, like I want to see Enzo's mom. I want a ball buster, someone who's like, oh, like look at the cat dragged in this morning and it's only like 9 a.m. And he's like, and they're like, oh, is there any coffee? Well, I'm making coffee for the whole house now. Like, I just want to see someone who cannot let anything slide, who busts everyone's chops, but is like generally good natured. Yeah, it's got to be. We need an Italian ball buster.
I don't want them to be good natured. I want them
then they can be mean-spirited.
I want them to take issue with so many things.
But like they're really good at roasting people. They just don't stop. They just roast people to their faces.
Oh yeah.
And then it's even worse behind their back, but they will roast you to your face.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll kind of like do a cross sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
They'll like switch, like they'll do some like
north,
religious stuff
south,
afterwards,
east,
too.
west. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm missing that flavor. Maybe because like we just don't have, Canadian Italian is not the same as American Italian, Italian American. And so I'm missing
Is
that.
there a single Canadian Italian stereotype out there?
Yeah, there for sure are. But
Scorsese didn't make any movies about them.
No, it's a different type of energy. It's just different. And I miss that energy and I love that energy. So that's what I need.
All right. My third, I want it to be different than my second, but I want like an aging WWE wrestler.
You were like in Vegas and just like wrote down all the people you saw. Like that's what this sounds like.
I wasn't.
I know. We just decided to do this.
To Vegas a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I need to find sadness in people to find them.
You need the pathos.
Yeah. So something between like Ric Flair and the movie The Wrestler.
Yeah.
With
well,
Mickey
obviously
Rourke.
that's my.
Like, I don't want it to be too sad like that because I want the person. Like, I want basically like an older buff guy
with a mutton chop.
There's like a bit of sadness about his life.
Yeah.
But also he can bring the energy into the diary room and into the competitions. He can like call out people. He doesn't mind doing like an angry monologue, yelling about this or that. He can still bring that type of energy, like you see an old video of The Rock or Steve Austin or Ric Flair, or like these kind of old wrestlers who do that big monologue thing and they're being mean and they're taunting people. Not Jesse, Mr. Pectacular, or whatever his name was. Too young. I didn't think he was like that smart or anything. So I basically an older version of that who has more of a flair for the theatrics.
I love it.
But
and
sad.
Yes, that's the most important thing. What I always picture is like what I always see on the feeds, right? Which is for me always the morning when they're getting up
people eating cereal and saying nothing.
Eating cereal and making the coffee. So I'm like picturing what all of my archetypes would be like in that situation. Now I'm picturing this sad wrestler, ex-wrestler who still has like perhaps like the mullet because it's not ironic. He just never cut it off.
Never cut it. Yeah.
He's still built. Like he is not out of shape. He's still got like that insane, I don't know, steroided out body. And
maybe it's
veinier.
Maybe it's veinier.
It's veiny.
Maybe the skin is leatherier.
And he's wearing his aviator sunglasses as he's pouring his coffee, and someone else comes in and he goes, "Morning, brother."
Yeah.
And then like you said, then it's going to be the duality of man because it's going to be like so sad on feeds. He's going to be so depressing. But then in the diary room,
he goes to sleep at like 9:45 p.m. He can't remember shit.
No.
He's got big thick glasses on during the day because his like eyesight's bad.
But they're gonna put him in like a tutu for the ballerina thing, and it's gonna be like, Mr. Mom or whatever.
He's gonna be so good on the comps though.
Yes.
Like I don't know whether he wins them or not, but like doing them, hosting them, giving good DRs. Like I think this is good.
I think this is great. And already look at the cast we're building together, the synergy, like all these people interacting together would be so good. Okay. So, my next one, I have already said that I wanted this multiple times, I think, but I'm kind of reiterating.
That's fine.
But I need my crunchy momfluencer. I need my gorgeous blonde-haired, lives on a farm, drinks raw milk.
Yeah.
Mother of 9, not just boys. No. I want her to be on the show, but I also think it'd be amazing if she like had a thing because like she's been married since she was in high school, right?
Yeah.
So she gets like there's like perhaps a sexual energy with
Maybe
one of the boys.
a 36-year-old podcaster.
Milady or the Milady guy.
Or the Milady guy, but it's just like so different than like
Oh my
her husband,
gosh.
who she
Yes.
like the only person she's been with,
Exactly. I think that it's just like I've always said I wanted like a Mormon momfluencer. I still want it. We still have not gotten it. And it's just like she homeschools all these kids. This is almost gonna be like
She's
her
like,
rum.
this is how I make Rice Krispie treats. And it's like a little bit psychotic.
Yes. It's like making
her
it from scratch. Yes.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, my reasoning for not using real
Yeah.
Rice Krispies is because of satellites. And
She
like,
has to be
what does that have to do with it?"
gorgeous chemtrails. Yes. Gorgeous, does not like chemtrails. And just this is her rumspringa. This is like her first time ever away from her kids and husband ever since she was 16 years old. And she meets a man, a boy,
A boy mom?
an ex-wrestler. Yeah, her boy mom. And she just has her mind opened to possibilities. And she really gets mad because she cannot get raw milk while she's there.
Yeah, I think yeah, you've definitely mentioned this when we've done like previous versions of this, but you also mentioned once you wanted them to be Mormon as well, which I think
yes. Well, I think Mormon or Christian is like pretty much a prerequisite to being these types of momfluencers. So, I mean, they don't really have to bring that like religious baggage with them, but I just don't think you're going to be able to cast it without someone like that. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, why else would you have 6 kids?
Exactly. So, I think that'd be amazing.
So you have 7. So that's our 7.
Well, I actually have one more.
You have one more, but it's more of a specific person than.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Dani's new crush. Okay, there's this guy. His name is Jack Schlossberg. He is John JFK's grandson. Okay.
Oh, yes. Yes. I know this guy.
He's 32 and he talk about the duality of man. This kid, and I'm saying kid, he's 30. I think he's 32 or 31. He's younger than me,
31.
Unfortunately.
He was born in he's 31. He was born
unfortunately younger than me. Yeah. But his mom is Caroline Kennedy. So like ambassador to Australia. He is himself like a Democratic. He works in some capacity to like try to get people to vote. But he's also like an insane person.
Yeah. Jack and I'll say Caroline Kennedy is the daughter of John F. Kennedy and
right.
Janet.
So this is like American royalty, as close as you're going to get to American royalty right here.
Yeah. She marries Edwin Schlossberg, an American designer, author, and artist.
Love it.
So but what's our guy Jack? He's on social media and he's just living his best life. Danielle, have you been to the Jack Schlossberg Wikipedia page?
I have not, but I would love for you to tell me about it.
Subheading: acting.
Ooh.
Here we go. On May 11th, I'm going to let you finish your Diet Coke here.
With Nugget
On May
Ice.
11th, 2018, Schlossberg appeared as Officer Jack Hammer on the 8th season finale of the television show Blue Bloods.
Jack Hammer.
It was the only time he had an acting role.
Jack Hammer? Why did they? Was he an officer or was he a killer who goes by the name of Jack Hammer?
Jack Hammer.
Hammer.
He's a police officer.
You cannot just. These writers cannot just do that. That is not okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Just give him his real name, Jack, and call him Hammer.
He posted on Instagram, I don't make the rules. I just pretend to enforce them. Cash me tonight on the season. Cash me tonight on the season 8 finale of Blue Bloods. My dream come true. Best show in the entire world.
I just love this guy. I don't even know if I can do justice in describing, what his personality is like on social media. It's very Dani. I think it's very Dani. I feel very connected in the way he posts because he just posts whatever's going through his little mind at any time. He doesn't care. He's just like, I'm surfing on the Hudson River, and then I'm gonna go get a sandwich. And then he's like, blah da dee da da da, like whatever, literally whatever pops into his mind. And of course, he's hot. He's American royalty. I think he's a get.
Politics. In September 2012, when asked about his interest in a political career, 19-year-old, the then 19-year-old Schlossberg said, "Politics definitely interests me. I'm most interested in public service." That is very Connor Roy was interested in politics from an early age.
He's doing a public service right now, entertaining me. Yeah, I mean, this kid, I don't know. I just think he's a star. If the DNC doesn't snap him up and make him run for whatever the hell they're going to make him run for, he has a place for sure in Big Brother, celebrity or regular.
Yeah, he could maybe be like a. Maybe there's like a new gang of like representatives, U.S. Congress representatives, representing New York City, and like they're all left leaning. Like he rides with AOC. Like they go to spin class together. They get spotted on the train together.
Yeah. So. It's an it squad. I love it.
I think him being on a show would preclude him from public service. Although,
I mean,
that doesn't that you know that I would say that rule is hard and fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Things that have happened
doesn't
in
track
America.
Actually. And that's it. So those are my dreams, my fantasies, my beautiful dark twisted fantasies for Big Brother 26 casting.
Great. We hope you enjoyed that. It's June 21st today. The season starts July 18th, 17th. So maybe in like a week or two, we'll get some a cast, and then we'll have like one person mysteriously disappear. Justice for Marvin.
Oh yeah, Marvin. Add him to who I would want to see again.
Marvin. Danielle, I forgot about this. The woman with alopecia who never was on Big Brother.
Christy.
Christy, the beautiful woman.
Yes.
I think I saw her at a restaurant like a week or two ago. And I was like, I can't fucking believe this. What? I swear it was her. I was gonna like photo up, but I was like, I'm not gonna take a picture of her. Like, what am I gonna do?
No.
I think I saw her. And I was like, this is such a celebrity sighting for me in LA. Because like, can I go to the supermarket and see fucking Kira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon there? Yeah.
Sure.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Do I see a woman who was famously not on Big Brother at a restaurant? Yeah.
And get excited about it for sure.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, nothing will ever top my Big Brother IRL experience of meeting Tommy, and he was so cute. He was so sweet. God. He was adorable. I love him. I support him. Well, yeah, that's it for that, because they really haven't given us anything else to talk about Big Brother wise. Like there was one picture that Julie Moonves Chen tweeted at, or let out that's like created with AI. We don't care about that.
Boo.
Boo.
How long do you think the AI twist is gonna last, Danielle?
I know.
3 weeks? 4 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 4 weeks.
They're going to be like, this is the season of AI. And then by July 29th, they're going to be like,
it will be interesting, though. It will be kind of fascinating to see like what AI is through the most normie lens possible. Because they have to make it so that like everybody in America who watches Big Brother understands like what does everyone, when you think of AI, if you're just some normie, it's just ChatGPT, right?
But normies don't even know what that is.
Okay, so then what is it to them, right? Like
I don't know. And also it's like, well, it's not like you're running the prompts of the season. It's not like you're asking ChatGPT to just come up with twists for the season of Big Brother, because it'll be shit that you don't want to do because it's broken, bad technology. It only works for very specific things. Okay, maybe they'll be like a competition where like they're shown 2 pictures and they're it's generated by AI kind of style picture, and they have to tell the differences, or like what item is missing.
Right.
But even then, it's like, but that's still constructed. Someone still had to Photoshop out a specific element of it, element of it. So like,
it's gonna be so stupid.
It's gonna be dumb.
Horrible. Yeah. I think they should go back to just doing summer camp theme or do casino theme for Brett. Roll the dice.
Roll the dice. Me and Frenchie. Roll the dice.
I literally, when Brett and I were talking about like what we were going to say in this episode, and we were like talking about archetypes, the first thing I wrote down that I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this, is I was just like, Frenchie. I just want Frenchie again. I just want to see Frenchie more. Remember Frenchie? I went back and I think I listened to the first, what season was that? BB24? I don't know, but like the first episode of us, and like when Frenchie was HOH, and we were so happy. We were on cloud 9. We're having the greatest time talking about it.
We used to have something in this country. We used to make things. We used to make things here.
It was beautiful. Okay, so moving on, should we discuss the only thing in pop culture happening right now, other than Grimace blessing the Mets, which is the opening number to the 2024 Tonys, Cabaret, starring Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne, known, of course, as the villain from Cloud Atlas. Like, wait, what was Eddie Redmayne in? He was like a villain in one of those. Okay, he was in Les Mis.
Jupiter Ascending.
Jupiter Ascending, yes. He was in Les Mis too, so he has musical background.
He won an Oscar for the Theory of Everything. The idea. I was going to say The Idea of You. I was like, no.
The Idea of Everything.
The Theory of Everything. He was in Les Mis.
He won an Oscar for that.
He was the Danish girl from the Danish Girl.
He does his thing.
The Crimes of Grindelgorf.
Yeah, he's definitely like, people know who he is for sure.
Well, he's an Oscar-winning actor. So here's the deal.
Except I really can't believe that Stephen Hawking cheated on his wife. Can you?
I didn't see that movie.
Well, that's what happens.
Well, yeah, no.
That is horrible.
Okay, so he's starring in Cabaret right now as the MC on Broadway.
Yes.
And this is a production of Cabaret that started on the West End about a year or two ago, and obviously moved to New York. They're eyeing a big New York opening here. Cabaret hasn't been on Broadway since the 98 Alan.
No, that's revival. Not true.
That revival went for a very long time, but that was the same production. You know what I'm saying?
There wasn't. Okay, all right. There was definitely some production with Emma Stone in it that I saw on Broadway.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
But maybe it was the same iteration, just many years later.
That version. Yeah. That version of Cabaret that started off with Alan Cumming was on Broadway for like 10 years. They just swapped out the actors on it constantly. John Stamos. So maybe it was a different one, but this is the last one I can remember. This is a new last time I can remember doing it.
Yeah.
So they do Will Coleman on the Tonys, and it's kind of bad.
No.
It's kind of bad. And listen, I've seen clips of this production of Cabaret from the British cast, and I'm like, I don't know. This production is very in your face about how fucking disgusting and awful being in Germany in the 1930s is. And it's like, you're not made to feel comfortable with what is going on. The costumes, the makeup, it's gross. And he's doing this thing. And the internet and people all around this great country, North America, are off-put by.
They're divided. I'd say they're
divided by Eddie Redmayne's performance on the Tonys.
What's so funny about? Don't you think it's so funny, Brett, that you sent me a clip of Eddie Redmayne doing this performance before the Tonys happened? You sent me a clip of it.
No, I sent it to you like the day after.
Oh, it was the exact day after?
I don't know. When did I send it to you? This Tonys were last Sunday night.
Okay, well, you sent me the clip, and I was like, I responded with a clip of some of like a hot guy doing like Titanic or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just like, let me make it positive about this hot guy. But this conversation has divided the nation, as we said, and people. I think it's actually now there's a backlash to the backlash because yes, the initial reaction when you see Eddie Redmayne doing this is you're like, this is like weird. This is so weird. This is goofy. This is not hot. It is so not hot.
no, it's not hot,
And like some people do want they do want Cabaret to be a little bit hot. They do want that.
It is hot.
Yeah, exactly. But
Bob Fosse did the choreography.
Yeah, which is hot. And so everyone was like, ooh, we do not like this. Eddie Redmayne sucks. But then now you've got a narrative of people saying like, actually, you should feel disgusted as you watch this show. Like this is a great interpretation. Yeah, exactly. And so now it's gone back to that. My take when I watch it is I was like, you know what? I actually like that it's different. At least it's different because as Brett said, like the version with Alan Cumming, famously host of The Traitors, the version with him is like very iconic. He does such a great job. Obviously, Joel Grey is also amazing in the movie, and it's a very high profile role that kind of has like the way of doing it. So I appreciated that Eddie Redmayne just did his own thing. I think that's really hard to do with these, for lack of a better word, iconic shows with really, really iconic roles and songs. I mean, Willkommen is such a, everyone knows that song. Everyone knows it. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you're from. You know that song.
Yeah.
And he did something different and that got people talking. I think that's kind of amazing.
The amount of my TikTok for you feed that is people arguing about Eddie Redmayne and the same Eddie Redmayne clip popping up. It's astounding.
I love it with this little hat.
I understand I understand the take of like, actually, if you hate this, actually, you know nothing about Cabaret, and actually, you're supposed to feel uncomfortable by it. It's an uncomfortable show about Nazis. I get that, but on the other hand, I know Cabaret intimately well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it, but I know what the show is about and what it's trying to do. I've seen Cabaret many, many times. I've seen the movie many times. I've listened to the Alan Cumming soundtrack even more times. The issue is Redmayne. It's not production. It's not the show. It's not the costumes.
We got a problem with Eddie.
I think Redmayne gives try hard energy. He is like our girl co-star of The Good Nurse, Jessie Chastain. I can see the gears turning too much.
I disagree.
He's trying really hard to do something, and it's so fucking weird. I like the
weirdness.
I think. Listen, I know I'm right because I'm right about everything. I think people who like understand the subtext and the context and like the style of the style of the production, the style of acting, they go, well, his movements are so precise and strange because he's a puppet. Because he's
this is like too much
of the Nazi regime.
Yeah, like, exactly.
It's like, okay, sure, that's a good interpretation. And if that's what the choreographer and the director wanted to put into the movement style of that character, great. That's smart. And if you read that, that's great. Yeah. Also, he's trying too hard. It wasn't funny. He's supposed to be welcome. That number is the Emcee welcoming you into the theater and being funny. And like, this is before all the bad stuff happens.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like, before all the bad stuff happens.
Okay, for like, I don't care much. Okay, don't tell me I don't know anything about Cabaret, because I'm going to say, like, at the end of the show, when he's doing If You Could See Her, when he's doing I Don't Care Much, you're going to be like, well, okay, this isn't fun anymore.
We're not having fun anymore. No.
Not having fun anymore. Yeah. There's a moment about 85-90% of the way through the first act of the show where you're like, this is not fun anymore. and then there's still like the other full half of the show left. So I think at least, I don't know, at least at first you're like, I'm hanging out. What's wrong here in Berlin in 1936? Because I'm having a good time. That's what the beginning should make you feel. And I thought he was too off-putting for the number that is the opening of the show.
Well, my thing is like, I've never been to Berlin, but everything I hear about it is like, it's just like art is kooky there anyway.
Yeah.
So shouldn't he have the freedom to just be kooky? I mean, if it's been kooky there for a while, clearly. So I just think he should be allowed to do that. And I support artists in making big leaps and big decisions and committing to it.
I love that this is the discourse.
I do too.
Hey, you know what?
We needed something.
You know what?
What?
We got through an entire Tony's discourse, and the name Ariana DeBose was not mentioned.
Good for her. Good for her. Someone give her a movie. I think I said this last year. You know, she's really talented. Maybe someone should give her a role in a freaking movie.
Well, you know, nobody from Cabaret won any awards.
Big congrats to Jonathan Groff. What a cutie pie.
And Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah, totally.
Sarah Paulson, queen of the show, took home Tony.
We're happy for
Jeremy Strong, Kendall Roy took home.
All of these people are going to be guest stars on The Gilded Age next season. So I'm happy for them. Can't wait to see it.
Or they're going to be on this podcast.
Maybe.
Really appreciate people getting into the replies of Big Brother people saying, I'm willing to go on podcasts this year.
Oh, yeah.
Mentioning us.
Did people mention us?
Yeah. No,
whoa.
Someone was like,
not just your sock puppet account.
my Eddie Redmayne account.
Eddie Redmayne hater 29. Eddie Redmayne sucks. The real Emcee. That's what your decision should be.
Oh my god. Okay, so you know what? Congratulations to all the nominees at the 77th annual Tony Awards. We'll see you next year. We'll see you next year on the Great White Way. I got to talk about a movie that I saw the other day.
I'd love to talk about that because I don't even know what it is.
You don't even know what it is. It is on the Netflix streaming application in America, at least. But it is not. It was not a Netflix movie. It came out in theaters, and then Netflix said, "Sure, here's 50 cents. Why don't you buy yourself something nice, kitty? Give us your movie. We'll stream it. We'll make sure people see it." I watched a movie called Godzilla Minus One on Netflix.
Yeah.
Academy Award winner for Best Visual Effects.
People love this film.
This movie is great. Mm-hmm. I don't like... here's my issue. I didn't think I was a Godzilla person because I feel like I've seen, a handful of Godzilla movies in the years. I think I realized why I don't like Godzilla movies. I don't like American Godzilla movies. This is a Japanese movie. This movie has some juice.
They get it.
This movie's got the juice. This movie's got good stuff going on. This movie's clear as fuck about who the characters are, what they want.
Yeah.
They want to kill Godzilla.
Is Godzilla like a villain, or is he like, you get it? You get why he does what he does?
No, this is a rare Godzilla is straight up bad guy.
Okay.
Because even in the American ones, it's like, oh, we're fighting Godzilla. Oh no, actually, he was trying to give us a birtry cake the entire time. We're so sorry, Mr.
Or it's
Godzilla.
like he's just trying to find his mom,
Well, yeah, or she's just trying to lay her eggs. Like, who are we to hurt babies here? Or like, actually, was trying to protect us from a different monster. That's the way every stupid American. Like, I haven't seen Kong versus Godzilla, the Lost Empire, or whatever. Who cares? This movie is good as shit. This movie fucking starts. Fucking Godzilla's in it, and when I tell you that this movie is Jaws, but with Godzilla's in it, or a Godzilla, that's all I got to say. They made Godzilla into Jaws, and this movie. And I'm not like the biggest Jaws fan in the world, but it has the Jaws juice. This movie is really good. Highly recommend.
Yeah, I've heard great things about it, and yeah, everyone says that the whole narrative around the movie is that like, wow, look at how they made all these effects for $10. Like, that's the whole thing is like they didn't have a big Hollywood budget, and yet they made a great looking movie with Godzilla looking good. And so I definitely would watch it. I just like it kind of fell off the radar for me. I guess now it's on Netflix. That's good to know. So you would recommend this movie over Hitman?
A million times. A million times, yeah.
Which I still have not seen.
Well, you're not missing anything. Well,
I'd rather go back and watch Die Hard with a Vengeance than watch any new movie that's out right now.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna. Who am I to argue with you about that?
Back when movies were films and Jeremy Irons wore a tank top. Why couldn't a father marry his son?
What are you talking about?
So Jeremy Irons wants to know. That's what he wants to know. Why couldn't a father marry his son? It's like
I don't think any country allows that.
Well, thank you for the movie recommendation. I'm sure we're all going to add it to our Netflix queue.
That was said in such a like derogatory like,
it wasn't.
way. You go watch your little lizard movie. If you're good, maybe your dad will take you to Target. You can buy a little Godzilla toy.
I didn't know how else to put a little bow on it.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Well, I don't have anything else to talk about today.
Neither do I. I loved the Godzilla review because it was something else to talk about. And I don't have anything. Are there any stars in Godzilla Minus One?
Yeah, Godzilla. Heard of her? Remember him?
Is Godzilla canonically a woman?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, I loved that review, and I love our cast for Big Brother. I'm so glad we got to put some ideas, put our noggins together, and come up with the best cast that they should be so lucky to have.
Yeah, spoilers for Big Brother 26, but the cast was announced today. 8 of them were.
8 of them.
And including Jeremy Schlossberg.
Thank you all so much for listening, for being part of the Discord. Everyone join the Discord. The Twitter is getting more active. Brett has unlocked the password and he started tweeting. And it's only going to get more and more. What?
I'm the one who's always been tweeting.
I know, but it's only going to get more and more once I start logging in and tweeting more.
Oh, I see.
Once I dust it off a little bit. You know, Brett gave a great recap, a great breakdown a few episodes back of what every movie reboot does in the trailer, which is like the characters enter a room and they dust off.
They pull a sheet. There's a sheet.
The dust comes off.
There's a sheet over an iconic prop.
Yes. And that's what I'm going to do with the Twitter account. The Twitter account is our iconic prop. It's why we are blocked from so many, have so many friends, have, lots of drafts. I'm going to start unlocking that potential.
What do you think the song is in the trailer for the Hey Julie reboot? That's like been like slowed down tempo, like sad children's choir.
It's going to be Welcome.
No. That's already a sad song.
But it's going to be even slower.
I think doesn't that happen in the Cabaret? They kind of do it again, but it's like
they're going to do the second version.
The end of the show.
Yeah, and it's like everyone's dead. Yeah. Thank you all so much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen, Julie.
Julie.